Laboratory, and I am from Chicago, the USA, and I came to AyurVAID for treatment for roughly 5 weeks.
Problem that you came for?
The problem I came for was I had 2 discs in my back that had slipped out of my spine, and one disc slipped out, and the doctor told me it ruptured and it decimated through my back. And so because of that, I couldn't really walk properly, I couldn't jump. I used to be a runner and I lost my ability to run, and I lost a lot of my mobility in my day-to-day life. So
How long was this condition for you?
I was diagnosed roughly 4 years ago was when the doctors told me about it.
Did you try any other methods to treat this?
I did. So the first thing that the doctors asked me to do was physical therapy, and I did that for roughly 8 to 9 months, and it didn't really help at all. In fact, I think it made my condition worse because there was things that they made me do that I didn't think I could do physically, and it put me in a lot of pain. And then after that, I tried acupuncture, which did give me a decent amount of relief. I wasn't able to fix the problem, but it helped my ability to walk. I used to have to walk with a cane, and I didn't need to walk with a cane after acupuncture, but it didn't take away the pain, and it didn't give me back all my mobility at all.
So with the alternate methods, specifically what were the outcomes?
Acupuncture did help quite a lot, but it didn't fully treat the condition. And in fact, after I stopped acupuncture and I left it, the condition came back to its original state. So.
How come you were introduced? How did you know Ayurveda?
Actually, I believe my uncle used to work with somebody here at AyurVAID, and so through that he learned about the treatments and how successful it was, and so he was very insistent that I come from the US here, and he kind of had a personal mission to see what he can do to treat my back, and he believed this was the best method.
When did you come for the first visit, and did the doctor explain you your problems and treatment?
I believe I came June 24th, I believe was my first visit here. And at that time, I didn't tell the doctor anything about my condition. I just told him the pain that I was facing and stuff like that. And so when I came and I explained to him my problems, he was actually fantastic. He was able to tell me which ones of my discs were messed up without me telling him, which was pretty fantastic. I just lied down and he made me do some stretches, and he was able to tell which ones, and it coincided with what the MRI showed in the US and what the doctors told me. So that was good.
And how many days were you in this treatment?
I believe 5 weeks in total.
What is the change that you find after treatment in your day-to-day activities and ability compared to your initial state?
Well, initially, as I said, I couldn't really walk, I couldn't run, I couldn't jump, I could not bend, I couldn't tie my shoes, I couldn't put on my socks. Putting on clothes was difficult for me. I could not lift any weights higher than probably 20-30 kilograms. And if I did, it would put me in extreme pain. And so definitely after the first 3 weeks of the treatment, I noticed my mobility had increased significantly. I was able to stretch, I could put on my socks, I could wear my clothes properly. Obviously I wasn't doing anything like running, and I still haven't because the treatment is just finished. So, but overall the pain did come down. Sitting used to be a big issue for me, and now the duration for how long I can sit without feeling pain has significantly increased. And overall I can bend easier, I can move easier, and walking used to put me in pain for significant amounts of time, and now through the treatment I barely feel any pain walking anymore. And in fact, I think that once my muscles tone back, all the pain should disappear is what I believe. So it did help a lot.
So can you specifically show the your initial state of your stiffness and your movement restriction, and after the treatment, the difference in that, for example, your arms or your?
Yeah, so I would say that like if my ability to move and stuff was at roughly like a 30% before I showed up for the treatment, then after the treatment I could say pretty confidently that I'm at like an 85%. And it's unfortunate that I have to leave the country so quickly. I believe that if I was able to stay for longer and finish the treatment, I could have made a complete recovery, but I will come back and complete the treatment. So, but overall, I definitely see a significant increase in my overall quality of life. So that's good.
How do you rate the doctor, consultation, treatments, the staff, and everything?
The staff in particular are very kind. They see to your every need, which is fantastic. And even with the language barrier, it's still very easy for me to communicate, which is really good. And the doctor specifically was fantastic. And you know, he wouldn't sugarcoat things. He would tell you things as they are, and he would tell you what you need to do. And what I think I liked the most was that I wanted to travel during my treatment, and he said, no, you have to do this, you have to do this. He was very strict about what I needed to do, because the doctor himself is very, very motivated to make sure that you are completely treated. And I think that's one of the biggest things about this clinic in particular that I liked. And overall, I'd give the doctor a 10, I'd give the staff a 10, I would generally give this place a 10. I can't think of anything that I'd want to change that would make my treatment better.
You just said that, but do you have any suggestions for improvement?
Other than expanding the Wi-Fi to all the rooms, nothing else really.
And your probability to recommend?
Definitely anybody that has tried anything else and they haven't found success. I mean, if they found success through other treatments, that's good, but anybody who hasn't found success, I would definitely 100% recommend them to come here and try it, because you know, it's a long treatment, it's a long process, but if it's something that'll help me for the rest of my life, then I definitely think that it's something everyone else should try for a similar condition. So, yeah.
Thank you, Akshay.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.